Well, this is what it looks like, and that looks yummy. You're at DasCafe, and I am Das, and at DasCafe we serve good living, and that means my shows will deal with healthy eating, healthy relationships, a healthy spiritual life, and how to keep your body strong and reduce disease through better eating. Well, that's a full menu, and we serve it to you. So please share me with your family and friends, and do subscribe. Well, let's get ready for today's show. And I'm going to use about 5 medium onions, and then I will also use this liquid amino, some of that, and then this is, the label came off, but this is McKay's beef seasoning, and you make a broth from that, and so I've got 4 cups of that broth that I made from this McKay's beef seasoning. We've got a couple of seasonings, coriander that I'm going to use here, coriander, and a little thyme, margarine, and I will garnish with some basil. You can garnish with parsley, would work well. Slice them thinly. And almost evenly as possible. Add a couple of tablespoons of margarine, maybe 3 tablespoons, or well, actually, this is a teaspoon. You're probably gonna need about 3 tablespoons of margarine. 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. To the pot, my sliced onions. Two teaspoons of that liquid aminos, which I said is very similar to soy sauce. So I'm gonna add about 2 teaspoons of that. That would help with the brown color and also help add a little flavor to it. And you're gonna cook these onions for a good bit. You're gonna cook them for almost an hour. So you are going to stir it, let it cook, stir it maybe every 6 or 7 minutes. Let it cook, because you don't want the onions to scorch. I want to start browning these onions or caramelizing these onions, and that takes a while. I will add a little broth if I feel that it's sticking, and that's why I'm going to be watching it. On a stove, take it up so I can bring this to a boil. And once it's brought to a boil, then I will turn it down, let it simmer for about 30 minutes. And then we've got something else we want to show you. Again, that's my version of French onion soup, my version with a twist. Now, usually, you top the French onion soup, some French bread, and using a whole grain. Actually, it's a multi-grain. It's called Ezekiel bread. And I'm just gonna cut them up almost the size of like croutons. Some of you have those fancy soup bowls. I've got this. I'm going to put the Ezekiel, sort of like croutons, over the top, the whole grain croutons. Like I said, most people use French bread. You know, the non-dairy cheese doesn't have a lot of options. So this is the closest you could get to it. And I put that on top, and then I'm going to stick it in the oven for about 10 minutes. Well, this is what it looks like, and that looks yummy. Well, thanks for watching. Remember, at DasCafe, we serve good living, and we serve it to you. So share me with family and friends, and see you next show.